So today's ball joints. I'm just gonna give like a kind of like a brief overview of how to do it. This is a 2014 GT. I've done this a few times. It kind of sucks because you have to take off a lot of parts to get to it, but it is what it is. I'd rather do it than pay a shop to do it for whatever they're charging these days. I don't even know. But anyways, mine's shot on this side. Don't know how well that's going to show up, but there's a big old gash in that boot. So no matter what, you know, dirt, debris, things like that will get into there. The articulation will suffer. See, that kind of sucks. That's hard to move, and it just sucks. My other one seems fine enough, but I like to just do it in pairs. That way I know, hey, I did them both at the same time, and I don't have to try to play catch up with figuring out which one. It's hard enough to do, hey, when did I change out the ball joints, whatever. So here's the presses. You know, you get them at AutoZone, your local auto part shop. It's the same old stuff. The only difference is with mine, these are an extended ball joint, so I guess that shaft is a little bit taller. So the one from my local auto parts store, it won't fit. So I had to go and upgrade to the, I guess, the Goliath. Had to do it. So the cool thing though is, well, two things. Okay, so it comes with all three of these pieces here. So basically you have a replacement if one gets damaged, and then if you don't need all that space, or if it's just more practical, you can just use this one. All right, so that's kind of cool. And the thing is, with this Goliath, I couldn't find a big kit with these cups, so I had to buy that one from the store, the green one, just to have the cups, because the cups alone were just as much as like a whole kit. It was just ridiculous. So anyways, get all your parts together, get everything you need. It's just, you know, you ratchet it down, and in theory it just pops out, but it has to be lined up perfect and all that crap. But in theory, you would drop some, you know, penetrating oil to help loosen that. These are aftermarket control arms. I'm not going to bang on them. The press does a great job at its job, so I'm not going to hit it. If these were factory, I might, but it just depends. I don't know. So I'm going to get it set up, and just one quick thing on that. It's kind of confusing sometimes to set it up. Just, you got to get it just right. So it's going to look something like this. Fuck it. So the bottom, okay, so the cups will be like this, something like that, and then the clamp comes on top and drives the ball joint out, like down toward the ground. So one other thing I wanted to mention for those that might be new to this and not understand the concept. So the reason why these cups are here is, see the control arm, the width of the edge, I don't know what that is, you know, I don't know, 1/4 inch maybe, something like that. So the ball joint's sitting inside, it's pressed inside, so okay, so the bottom, this one that's in the kit, you know how it's underneath, when you're pushing this out, it provides that C-clamp with a gap in the other plate. So when you're pushing down, it goes through, and it'll go through this one. That's how you know when it's like coming out, it has a place to exit. So that's why it was important in the beginning when I was doing that. It was flush, but then as I was turning the socket, you know, it got kind of cockeyed and it came out a little bit. So I'd have to loosen it up, hammer it in. Otherwise, I'd just be blocking the ball joint from coming out. So it'd be hitting on this side, on the inside. So that's why match up the right ring. I don't know what the call is, but with the correct, you know, diameter that you need and the height, because it comes with, the one that I got came with 3. I don't know how many there are, but just keep that in mind. Alright, so I'm pretty much set up. So I got the top part as good as I'm gonna get. Like I said, mine's a little bit longer, so you have that gap. I think on regular tie rod or ball joints, you don't have that gap, so it won't look goofy like that. But that's how I'm doing it. Second is I'm getting this, I've already got this set up. So this clamp, it's not light. So if you gotta fumble around with it for too long, excuse me, it's gonna suck. So I got it preset pretty darn good. So I can just put it in and start turning and get it tight. Let's see how it goes. All right, so it's got some grip. It's caught, like it's catching, it's doing everything it's supposed to be doing. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a twist to get it firm. You see that damn thing's already turning, so I gotta back off. Yeah, this will be fun. The shaft, you want it straight up. So if you get a helper, that'd be a big suggestion. If not, who cares? You can do it. Alright, I don't want that shaft to turn, so it's just got to be on there as even as you can get it. Alright, now I'm tightening it. So, alright, it's tight. It's on there. Alright, I think I'll bring in the breaker bar next. In a second. I'm gonna get it as far as I can get it with just like this regular. Okay, yeah, here we go. Now let's bring in the breaker. At some point it'll just pop. Everything looks fine. It's all straight as it's going to be. But I'm taking careful steps to try to not to jerk this around so it doesn't make that shaft get out of alignment, because everything is in alignment right now. I mean, this sucker's on there. All right. I'm gonna use a cheater bar. Come on. Seems like it's, yeah, it seems like it's pressing it out right now. So I'm going to take away the cheater bar and see what it feels like. It's a little bit easier, so it seems like it's moving. Little by little. Yeah. There we go. And there it is. Okay, put the cups off to the side. There. Let's do a side by side. New one, same exact one. Old one. It's really not that old. But I've been moving around, so I had to ship the car. So the car had been in different states at different times of the year, different lengths of time. I am surprised that there's so much grime in there. I guess that these are less than 2 years old. But here's the new one. Closer look. Comes like that. Okay, I'm gonna get set up to put it in now, but I'm gonna take a look at the inside real quick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that I get all that gunk out. If there's any kind of metal burr, sharp edges inside that aren't supposed to be there, I'll make sure to address that. But I want all that gunk out, so when I put the new one in, I'll grease it up to make that transition a little bit easier. Okay, so I wasn't even going to do this side, but I figured why not. So to start, the control arm, put a jack underneath it and a bunch of blocks, because when I go ahead and I put all that force and all that weight, I need this control arm to be sturdy and centered. I had it down at an angle, and and you'll see when I go ahead and put that C-clamp on there, it just didn't grab proper, so I had to lift it up with different heights and all that stuff. I put this ball joint in, and I just gently tapped it with a hammer because it kept falling out when I was trying to get the C-clamp on. So I tried pulling it out, but I don't want to damage it. It won't come out right now. So for the purpose of the video, all you do, put the ball joint up, give it a couple of taps underneath with the hammer. You're not trying to get it to set, you're just trying to get it to be snug so it'll stay in place, because you're going to have your hands full with all the other tools. So alright, do my best with this camera and get it all set up. I got the C-clamp basically where it needs to be height wise. Okay, so here it is. Okay, on the bottom, because remember, you're going to be pushing the ball joint up into place for install. For uninstall, you push it down. Okay, so this one right here, because there's two different ones with the hole in the center, that one's going to go on top. So this little one, because it's smaller diameter, so it'll push the bottom of the ball joint up and in. Okay, this cup, it's the same diameter as the control arm. Okay, now this one, because it goes on top and you can still see the shaft. Okay, get it set. And power it on. All right, so here's the tricky part. It's not even tricky. I don't know why I said that. What you want to be conscious of is this cup right here. Make sure it's sitting flush. It's because you're going to be pushing up on it. You want that to push up as even as possible on the ball joint. So I'm going to shed some light on it just to double check. It looks pretty decent as far as being where I want it to be. Okay, I'm good with that. Okay, now I'm gonna tighten. So let's see here. For my tool here, I'm using a 7/8 socket. I'll go ahead and tighten. And I want it to go, and I think I'm gonna get screwed up here, but I want it to go all the way around, hit the A-arm, because when I tighten it, this is going to move. So if it's hitting the A-arm, it can't go anywhere, and that's fine by me, just while we're tightening. So, okay, give it a snug, and all right, since I moved it, I gotta recheck that cup, make sure that cup is even, or as even as it can be. Okay. All right, so see what happens. Just giving it a nice snug for right now. I'm not expecting it to go in. Because I'm not using a whole lot of force right now. But it looks like it is moving. But once I get that breaker bar on there, and get some real leverage, then that's when I expect it to be really moving. Let's see. All right, breaker bar. Yeah, that's moving. Yeah, that's moving a good amount. Okay, now I'm checking the top. I don't want any obstructions for that shaft. Because imagine if the shaft was stuck on the C-clamp and you're trying, you're putting all this force on it to push it up, but it's getting caught up. So that's exactly what you don't want. So just check your work as you go. Doesn't hurt. Alright, I'm going to use a jack handle for more leverage on top of the bar. Move in. Makes life so much easier. And then when you'll know when it's done, because it literally runs out of room. It can't go any farther. So that's what I'm hoping to get to, is that point. Feels like I'm almost there. Having a hard time pushing. Ugh. I might be there right now. Oh. Oh, damn. Oh, it's crooked now. Yeah, I don't like that. Huh. All right, I'm gonna back it out and see what's what. All right, I'm gonna see if I can fix it. I don't want to think it's in there and not have it in there. It looks pretty good, but I'm not going to take a chance. I don't want to be driving and then a week later have the damn ball joint pop out because I didn't take the extra time right here, right now. Just think about it. An extra 5-10 minutes here. How much time can that save you if you have a problem, like on the freeway or something? Waiting for a tow truck, a ride, you know, all that access. If you're in a hurry, you got to get your kids from school, or whatever the case may be. Just spend the time right now. If you have the time, use the time. You'll thank yourself in the long run. So it's just going to reset everything. The company that I got these ball joints from, they don't have them in stock right now. It's when I checked, it was end of August. They were expecting them in middle of September. Kind of brought me back to like COVID days where manufacturers weren't having the parts on the shelves like they once did. So I think moving forward, if the budget allows for it, I'm just gonna go ahead and order like a pair of ball joints. I think I'll get 2 pair of ball joints. So I work on the car. I change these parts out often, often enough, I should say. Doesn't hurt just to have extra, stuff on hand. Okay, so now it's nice and snug. C clamp is on straight. That's hanging over. I'll loosen that up. Give it a hammer. That ain't working. Ow! Ooh, man, that's a metal shard. Straight to the finger. Yeah. That didn't feel good. That sucked. Alright, so get everything lined up. Okay, C-clamp is touching the control arm. Okay, I'll get it firm. Or snug. Oh shit, it's hanging off again already. Oh yeah, that's blood. Alright. Oh, I'm excited to see what that shard, that metal shard did to my finger. Well, that sucks. So you can see the angle when you're putting all this extra weight. It changes the angle for the C-clamp. So the right angle makes the job much more easy to accomplish the task. And I promise this isn't as hard as it might look. The hardest part is actually just getting everything lined up. And again, it's, you know, it's in the 90s right now, so that's the only reason it's more difficult than it needs to be right now. All right, and that's as tight as that sucker is gonna get. All right, time to loosen it. Remove the C-clamp. Double check the ball joint. Make sure it's seated proper and even. And if so, I'm in business. Let that blood. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's flush, and I have the grease fitting. I'll put that on. So you look up top. The boot's intact. It's not ripped. It's all good. All right, so that is the driver's side install. And then after this, I'll go ahead and I'll put everything back together. So this steering knuckle here, right here, this hole will go over the ball joint. You know, you take the bolt and the nut out, put it over, and there's a notch. I don't know if the camera will be able to pick it up. There's a notch, and that notch, it's going to, I won't be able to capture it, but that's where the bolt passes through. Because if it was just the same diameter, the bolt wouldn't be able to pass through. So what they do is they make that little notch for the bolt. So when your bolt goes in, you know it's in. And then I'll just I'll put everything back together, all the bolts, and yeah, it'll be back on the road here today, tomorrow. Either way, it's been fun. See you guys.